Are you the parent of a budding CEO, or perhaps you're looking to hire your kid in your own business? If so, you might be wondering what the best banking options are for kids. Now, importantly, what you want to look for in a banking account for a child is going to be different than what you would look for as an adult. So we're going to talk about some of those key features you want to be looking for today, and I'm going to give you some of my recommendations. So imagine this. Your child wants to open up a lemonade stand on the corner, or maybe they even want to open up their own online shop. And they're wondering, where in the world do I start when managing money? And you might be wondering the same thing. Now, in this case, we want to step away from the piggy bank, okay? We want to choose a business banking solution that is going to work with them and give them the features that they need at their age and grow with them as they get older. And the great thing about some of these business banking platforms is that they have great features to help kids not only learn about money, but also to be able to manage it well. Hi, I'm Jamie Trull, CPA and financial literacy coach, and I am a sucker for financial literacy. I teach it to adults and business owners primarily, but I am super passionate that financial literacy skills start early. And many of us wish that we had learned things when we were a kid. So if you're a parent or even a grandparent now, this is a great time for you to be educating the next generation. Now, I want you to stick around until the end of this video because I'm going to have a special guest here who's going to actually be giving you his favorite feature in an online business platform to be looking for, and you're not going to want to miss that. So let's start by thinking about what the primary features are that you should be looking at when you're trying to pick a child's banking account, okay? And obviously, you want really good parental controls first and foremost. Typically, if your child is a minor when they're opening this account, it's probably going to be a custodial account or some type of account like that where you are also part of the account. So they are the account owner, but you are the custodian of the account. And the great thing is that some of these kids banking platforms and debit cards have amazing spending controls, budgeting controls. You can pay their allowance through it. You can put it into multiple different buckets potentially, right? So that they can save for really specific things. And again, you can put controls on what that money goes towards. So if you want to put a limit, for example, on how much they can spend on gaming, because let me tell you, my kids would spend all of their money on gaming. You can do that, and it can automatically apportion out money that they make into these various different buckets. So that's what you're really going to look for when it comes to parental controls. You really want to have those features that you can really keep an eye on what's going on, and you can help them learn those important money management and budgeting lessons early. Now, the second thing you're going to want to look for when you are opening up a child's bank account is an easy interface to use. So you want it to be something that a child can navigate. We have probably all had those banking platforms that are not super easy for even ourselves to navigate, much less a child. So something that's really, really intuitive is a great thing, something that is actually designed for a child. And now especially, my son doesn't have a phone yet. He's 10. He probably won't have one for a little while. So I wanted to make sure that he was able to access everything on his iPad. He has an iPad app that he uses with the bank that he uses, which I'll tell you about here in a minute, but that has been great for him to be able to check in on its balances. In fact, literally just 10 minutes ago before I started this video, he was sending me requests for investments that he wanted me to approve. So again, not all banks are going to allow you to do investments, but if you do, that's a great thing as well. So he can access all of that directly from his iPad app. It also has a phone app that I use as a parent for those parental controls, which is super duper easy. So when we're out and about and he is asking to buy something, I can check his balances really easily and know how much he has. Now, the other thing to look for when you are getting a kid's bank account is know whether you want to have direct deposit or not. If that's something that is important to you, if you plan to put them on payroll to pay them in your business, which is something I recommend if you do plan to hire them in your business, business, then you want an account that allows for direct deposits. So some child banking accounts don't allow it at all. Some you have to be 13 and some there is no age minimum. So you just want to make sure that you know what the rules are if you're going to need direct deposit as an option for your kid's bank account. And the last thing that you're going to want to look for is low to no fees. And I don't just say no fees because sometimes some of these business banking platforms actually come with features that may be well worth a couple of dollars of fees because of what they're able to do for your child and how you are setting them up for the future. So again, maybe not for everyone. There are some options that are no fee, but some of the ones that have some of the great bells and whistles, including the one we use, does have a very, very low monthly fee that I find extremely well worth it. So I'm going to give you two of my favorites that I have compared. And the first one is Chase First Banking. Now, first and foremost, a drawback is you do have to have a Chase checking account. I have lots of accounts with Chase. I really like them. I've always had a good experience with Chase, unlike some other of the big banks. And so I really do like Chase First. And they also partnered with Greenlight, who is really the premier in kids' money management, right, to make their platform. So they have a lot of similar features to Greenlight. However, it is free. Now, it has some great parental controls, some great spending controls. It is fabulous from that perspective, but it does have a couple of drawbacks. Like I said, you do have to have a Chase account first, a checking account, to be able to get a Chase First account. It does not have direct deposit capability, which is not great. And it doesn't have some of the bells and whistles that Greenlight does, which is the next one I'm going to talk about, such as educational tools, the ability to take payment via Venmo and credit card. We'll get to that in just a minute. So it doesn't have all of those bells and whistles. You can't invest in the stock market through it. But again, it is free. It has some great spending controls. So it could be a really good option if you're looking for a place to start and you already have a Chase checking account. I'll be putting the links for these accounts so you can go check them out down below. Now, if you're looking for the best of the best when it comes to business banking platforms, that is going to be Greenlight. Greenlight is a debit card. It is attached to a bank. It has an amazing user interface. Like I said, we have an iPad app that is fabulous. We have a phone app that is great as well. Just a lot of options for automating spend controls, putting things into different buckets, right? Just giving kids the control that they need over their money and to understand where it's going. There's even charitable giving you can set aside money for, right? So teaching those lessons really, really early can be absolutely beneficial. And I have seen it with my 7 and 10-year-old. They both have Greenlight accounts. The plans start at $5.99, but that's per family for up to 5 users. So if you have 5 kids, right, that's $1 per month per kid. Probably worth it for this incredible opportunity. It was worth it even when I just had one kid using Greenlight. And they have a second account where you can add on for a little bit more per month and get access to things like stock market investing, which we also use, which my kids absolutely love. They have so much fun with it. My kids love the investing aspect, and that's been a really fun to watch them get interested in it and to teach them the power of investing. So like I said, I think it's time to bring on my special guest to tell you about some of their favorite features of Greenlight. Fix my hair. So to illustrate one of my favorite features of Greenlight, especially if you have an entrepreneurial child like I do, I brought in a special guest. So introduce yourself.
Hello. My name is Miles, and I am 10 and a half years old.
The half is very important, isn't it?
Yes, It is the most important.
I'm going to paint you a scenario. You are doing a lemonade stand, or you're selling popsicles, or you've sold, what other things you've sold before in the neighborhood? Poppets, yeah.
Like that.
Pokemon cards, yeah. Right? Various different things in the neighborhood. What is the most annoying thing that happens when you are selling those things in the corner of the neighborhood?
Ooh, I know this one. People don't really carry around cash anymore.
Yep. So a lot of people don't carry around cash anymore. So they can't stop and get some lemonade or buy a Pokemon card. And that's pretty annoying for these kids that are putting in all this effort, right? So what is one thing that you have used in Greenlight that helps with this problem?
In my account, there's a QR code that you can scan that sends the money that you put into it right into my account. So whenever people say, I don't have any cash on me, I can just be like, scan this and you can buy it. And then they're just going to be like, because they never wanted to buy anything anyways.
I love it. So you're making sure that you're getting over those objections, right? Like that's fabulous. And it lets people then pay by Venmo, credit card, etc. And I just noticed too, there's a $5 minimum purchase. So that's the other great thing, is that even if you're only charging a couple bucks, they got to pay you at least $5, right?
Ha!
All right, well, thank you for joining us. Anything else that you want to say about Greenlight specifically, Miles, before you go?
Is there something else about to say about
I'm just asking. I don't know. You decide. Is there?
I don't know.
I'm not in your head. I don't know.
There is this one thing that you can do. You can learn about money, because there's this like little Greenlight like game thingy where you can like watch videos and then answer the questions. And you get like coins and stuff, and you learn all about money, and I think that's really cool because you can have fun while you're also learning a lot about money.
I just looked and saw that you had completed 22 lessons in your Greenlight.
Wait, what?
That's pretty cool. And learned all about money, and they make it fun. They make it into a game for kids, so it's been a really fun thing for you to have access to, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Miles. Tell everybody bye.
Bye.
Now, if you're interested in Greenlight, I would love for you to use my affiliate link, jamietrull.com/Greenlight. It's also linked down below. And actually, my son Miles gets half of the commissions that we get from those referrals, and it costs you nothing to use. So I would love if you would do that. Now, if you're interested in learning more about how to get your kids involved in your business and actually hire your kids and put them on payroll, yes, at any age, then definitely go check out this video right here, all about different jobs your kids can do in your business. If you found this video helpful, make sure to press that subscribe button so you don't miss anything else in the future, and I will see you next time.